here's the project, making a story in about a week. I actually started this whole process like a couple of days ago, but I gave myself a little bit of a break because I was feeling lazy. Anyways, so I'm trying to make a story. The first step in this whole process is brainstorming. And I wanted to brainstorm up something for myself because I'm going into university and I want to make a storybook for me, as a little bit of a comfort, as a little bit of a, hey, you got this. And with all of my storybooks, I've only ever made 3. My process starts with a first draft. I think any sort of project starts with a first draft. And for storybooks, I like to go with a rhyming kind of scheme. I love doing a little bit of rhyme time. So that's what you're seeing here on my notepad. The Roblox is just there to help me out, It's a bit of a, like, if you gotta, the Roblox is there to remind me that, hey, when the work is done, there is play. When the work is over, there's Roblox. There's steep steps. So that's what that is there for. Yeah, this whole writing process gets a little repetitive, a little bit boring. So in a couple of seconds, it's gonna go dark, and then it's gonna be a whole section of writing done, and then it's gonna go, there it is. And then in a couple of seconds, it's gonna go dark again. And then there we go. And then another whole section of writing is gonna be done. That's just how the first draft goes. But right then I had some trouble finishing it up at the very last moment, so I went back to playing Roblox. I said there's Roblox when the work is done, and maybe not all of the work was done, but a good portion of it was. So I deserved a little bit of Roblox time, a little bit of steep steps time, to try to get past this same portion of steps that I've been stuck on for, I think, at least over a year. So that's fun. But after this Roblox, after that humiliating death, we get back on it. We get back on that notepad and we finish up the first draft. Obviously, I gotta read back what I wrote already, just to remind myself, hey, what do I have down already? But then after that, boom, done. And I can start my second draft. And when I'm doing my second drafts, it's usually just copying and pasting my first draft and then fixing up grammar, adding some punctuation, changing up some words for flow. That's kind of just how it goes. I like to stick with my first drafts. If I want to make a better story later on, then that's just making a whole other new story. I don't gotta spend my time trying to make this one the perfect piece ever. And now, the whole thing looks about right, and that's pretty awesome, and I can go back to playing Roblox. What I can do now is actually read you what I wrote. It was only yesterday when I left home. I brought some snacks, some water, and this decrepit tome. A record of facts and information that I might need, but I know in my heart it's up to me to exceed the expectations of you, of her, of him. How do I do that? The study is a comfort, but also a curse. Why have I grown to love it? I've always been worse than my peers who have the talent and skill of the gods. Why have I tried emulating them? What are the odds? Is it my ego or delusion or lack of self-doubt? Or maybe there's something I'm missing, something I'm without. Perhaps in this maze I'll find the reality, where all the places and people are all where they need to be. Where I won't be struggling to be but a part. Where instead I can thrive as my own piece of art. When will I find this place? It was only yesterday when I left home. Outside is the unknown, where I can only roam. Hoping I'll end up in the passion of work or the arms of a lover. I'm wandering aimlessly, and I know I'll discover the monsters, the angels, and all will be okay. Yeah. I'm hoping all will be okay. Fighting tooth and nail to get through university, man, and I haven't even started. What the hell?